Stadium debates, my favorite subject. We went through a lot of travail here. And I'm in the right town, too, aren't I? Are really one of my favorite subjects. Let me try to give you the answer. The Marlins were playing in a football stadium that was not built for baseball, was for their fans in the wrong location. Look, I've presided over 22 new stadiums, and I'm proud of that. And every one of them, once they're built, has been a success. You can debate, and I understand people debating about taxes and so on, so believe me, I'm sensitive to that. And remember, we had here, it was 1/10 of 1 cent. It was not a, well, never mind. Anyway, and yet what happens? They needed a new stadium. They couldn't compete. They're going to draw close to 3 million people this year. And it's a facility that produces revenue. You can't ask your people to compete in something that they can't compete. This idea that, well, the owner digs in his pocket. No, he doesn't. Whatever revenue the franchise generates, that's what you have. But again, think about something. And this is what I tried to say during the stadium debate here. The same pattern emerges all the time. There's a controversy beforehand. Stadium gets built. Camden Yards is 20 years old today and been a wonderful success. And after it's built, all the critics are gone. They're gone. It's true here, too. But what do you have? You can debate the economic values. We're doing a study right now, and I believe that its economic values are, you can't even debate them. You can come in downtown Milwaukee and all around, you can't get a hotel room or in a restaurant when the Brewers are in town on the weekend. But it's sociological value. I used to say to people in the public sector here, think about this. In 1950, in really what was really a wonderful vision, wonderful foresight, a group of people, as Irv Meyer of the Journal, the chairman of the Journal Company, who went to school here many, many years ago, and others, built an arena and built a stadium without a tenant. No, there had been no expansion. No team had ever moved, and yet they had the vision to do it. So now you ask yourself the basic sociological question. Was Milwaukee a better place to live once the Milwaukee Braves with Hank Aaron and Eddie Matthews and Warren Spahn came? The Packers played there and maybe were saved by County Stadium at that time. Hard to believe today, but true then. And then the Brewers came. And so for 50 years, 2 or 3 generations of people grew up enjoying County Stadium. The same thing is true of Miller Park. So you ask yourself the question, as I do to a lot of people in the public sector, including in Miami. Take Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Has Milwaukee been a better place to live, and Wisconsin, since Miller Park was built? And I think the answer is obvious.